Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Haja Ramatulai, and I'm currently serving as the Minister of Technical and Higher Education. Congratulations to the entire staff and management of the Institute of Public Administration and Management for reaching 45 years of providing invaluable service to the public sector space in Sierra Leone and supporting economic development in terms of providing skilled personnel to thrive within those spaces. I want to thank those who have served the institution since its inception for laying the foundation that others have built upon over the years. And I want to equally thank the incoming Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Lako, for building upon those foundations and for his strategic vision on how he could further rebrand, reposition and transform the Institute of Public Administration and Management. I say I commend that because it also aligns with the plans that we have within the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, where we want to ensure that our universities are at the forefront of supporting government's agenda in terms of generating evidence to inform policy and practice, in terms of developing a skilled workforce to thrive within specific growth sectors, in terms of looking ahead and identifying emerging sectors and developing curriculum that is responsive to the needs of the labour market, in terms of working with industry partners to ensure that we train in a demand-driven approach. And in repositioning and rebranding IPAM, we also have to consider technology. How do we work with 21st century skills and position our young people to be able to acquire these valuable 21st century skills that would help them to contribute positively to socio-economic development in country, but also empower them to be able to compete with their peers on the global scale. There's an outfit within our IPAM, the Center of Excellence for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, which is something that is also core to the plans that we have within the ministry. How do we train our young students to be job creators, to be entrepreneurs as opposed to job seekers, to support His Excellency's agenda of youth employment scheme? How do we foster digital skills training? How do we foster innovation so that they can think innovatively and be problem solvers and critical thinkers? And it creates a platform for them to start social enterprises in solving some of the social challenges that we face as a nation. How do we support Pillar 5 of His Excellency's Game Changer in revamping the public sector architecture? And I think the role of IPAM is quite critical in supporting government's agenda across the board. How do we work with other institutions outside of Sierra Leone, but also within Sierra Leone? How do we cultivate collaborations in country in terms of intra-level collaboration, but also forge equitable partnerships with critical institutions outside of Sierra Leone, within the continent and beyond, in the area of research, in the area of knowledge sharing, in the area of mobility, and ultimately creating an equitable partnership where everybody brings something valuable to the table. I am very confident that the new leadership will build upon the gains already made by the past administrations at IPAM, and supports the vision of His Excellency, but also supports the broader vision of the University of Sierra Leone in ensuring that we provide a skilled workforce that will only have a positive ripple effect on socio-economic development. And in doing so, we reposition, we rebrand, and we transform not only IPAM but the entire technical and higher education space. I thank you. Congratulations once again for reaching 45. I wish you many, many, many more fruitful years, and the ministry is committed to supporting your vision in any way that we can. Thank you.